What's up, everybody? Thank y'all for clicking on the video. Once again, it's Ohio Game Talks. This one's gonna be pretty extensive. I'm gonna cover different topics about the Reds today, different moves that they made, and then I'll talk about this past series against the Tampa Bay Rays, which not too proud of. But anyway, we'll get into that in a minute. But obviously, trade deadline's approaching the end, and the Reds finally made some moves today, the first time, but I'll get into it. So obviously, trade with the Seattle Mariners. A lot of people call them the Seattle Reds at this point, because when do we not trade with the Seattle Mariners? Obviously, Luis Castillo, Eugenio Suarez a couple years ago, Jesse Winker, who got just picked up by the Mets, the same team that he waved at. And we got Ty France from them, and cash. And in exchange, we had someone in the development system, Andrew Salcedo. And also, I want to say this: he did not, he didn't really play in the minors at all. Like he played like I think 6 or 7 games he started. It doesn't really mean much. We're looking at a good trade if it all works out, and if he can play like his peak form again, because everybody knows his past performances. He was an all-star a couple years ago. He was slashing .283. That's pretty good. And on base percentage was 35.3%, which is pretty good. .353. He's kind of gone downhill a bit. You look at last year, he bet .250. Year before, year after was kind of a downhill for him, and then this year also he's hitting .223, and he's been a little bit of a slump since June. So in the month of July, he's hit sub 200. So kind of unfortunate that we get him at this time as opposed to 2 years ago, but it is what it is. I can't really tell if this is a move to buy or is it a move to so I don't know what it is. But anyway, we look at his fielding. He's not very good fielder, which I think that means he fits in great, because this team is full of error-prone individuals, and I think this either means that Jeimer Candelario or Jonathan India are gone. I don't know which one. I don't think the Reds are trying to move India, but I know the Yankees are super interested. But you look at his contract. He's in team control through next year, and like I said earlier, he's batting .157 since June. And 289 on base percentage, which it's not terrible, but that it can definitely be higher. And then I don't know. That's why I'm not crazy about the signing. I'm not, like a lot of Reds fans are like, F this team, they suck, they always blow it, they don't know what they're doing. I'm just kind of like, we'll see what happens, which I've kind of learned to do with this team. But also the Reds called up Eric Yang. He played. This one I don't really like. Austin Wynns got placed on the injury list, and obviously Graham Ashcraft, he's now moved to the 60-day injured list, which is just ridiculous. And it's just the story of the 2024 Cincinnati Reds. Just too good to tank, but not good enough to make a deep run. That's what I always say about the Reds. Too good to tank, but not good enough to make a deep run. And that's frustrating, man, because Graham Ashcraft, he's struggling, yeah, but effectively his season's over. What are we? We're 50 and 55, so we're 95 games through, so we got like 66, 67 games remaining. I just don't see him coming back for the start of the season. I don't know when Matt McLain's gonna come back, but I know he was taking batting practice, but I don't know, man. But Eric Yang, man, he was hitting 164 in the minor league. Not good. That's terrible. That's not good at all. You look at a lot of the minor league players. You can hit lower in the minor league, and then maybe in the MLB you're ready to go, but you can come off hot. Like Marte had 3 hits in his first game back. Obviously re-signs. But then when pitchers start to figure you out, man, those things don't apply anymore. So he could have some sort of rejuvenation to this team, but then re-signs, you saw he was sent back to the minors. That's just what it was. It could be like a Mike Ford, Jason Vossler. Like, it's like they come off strong. You think like, oh man, the next person's here. The pitchers start to figure you out. That's why it's so hard to be a good baseball player. So obviously that's frustrating. But, that is what it is. But we called up Eric Yang, and Austin Wayne's is on the injured list. Graham Ashcraft is gone. But let's talk about this past series, guys. Probably the most infuriating loss yesterday because it's so predictable. But the Reds, they did come away with the extra inning win on Friday. And, Stuart Fairchild, he had a double in the 10th. That's here to win, and it got really dicey. Obviously, Alexis Diaz knocked down the save. I think it was I think it was. But then game 2, just shut out. Zach Little just played incredible. I guess they were mainly solo shots. I mean, Alex Jackson and Yandy Diaz, they hit solo shots. There was a couple errors there, and that's nothing new. But Andrew Abbott, I mean, he's been a little back and forth this year. I don't really know. I mean, I think it's tough for me to really pinpoint how good Nick Lodolo and Andrew Abbott truly are, because it's they haven't been the aces that people expect them to be. It's hard to really explain, but Hunter Green is take yesterday too. Let's go into game 3. I mean, Hunter Green, he pitched 7 innings of damn near perfect. I mean, he had a no-hitter through the 6th. Fernando Cruz can get the hell out of Cincinnati as well. I don't want him on the team anymore. He used to 2 months ago. Seeing Fernando Cruz on the team, that would have been a good sign for us Reds fans, but now it's just a joke. And I don't know what David Bell's doing. He needs to go too. I mean, there's so many people on this team that need to go. They're just lucky that they're employed by the Cincinnati Reds, because I guarantee you, any other organization, they would not be here. I don't really know, guys. I mean, I'm very frustrated because obviously yesterday we all kind of predicted it. I mean, even when Cruz got the second out, they were like, yeah, I don't feel good about this. And what happened? Brandon Lowe, he drove in a run, and then, Yandy Diaz, he had a great game. We could sit here until I'm blue in the face and just talk about how frustrating and disappointing it is, but at the end of the day, that's Cincinnati Reds baseball, and in particular, that's 2024 Cincinnati Reds baseball, so kind of come to accept it. And even tonight, I mean, all I have to say is just win the series. I'm not the type of guy, especially in baseball, to be unless it's for a generational, amazing talent, Joe Burrow in 2019 with the Bengals. But in baseball, that's not how it works. Obviously, you go to the minors, so it takes time. But I just like wins, and especially against a division rival. I don't know what's going to happen, so I'm not expecting a series win. I'm not expecting anything, to be honest with you. But just win the series, guys. I mean, the Cubs they're not much better than us. I mean, obviously they're buying. Some people could view it as a mistake, but they're trying. So, that's pretty much all I got to say, guys. Just recapping the trade, obviously the call up, and then this past series. So, appreciate you guys tuning in. It means a lot. Yeah, that's all I can say. OhioGameTalks signing off. Reds, please get your shit together.